Welcome back, everyone, to Light All Fiends Podcast. This is episode 51.
Big 51.
Biggest Gamer,
Adam Moore.
and today we're going to be going over one of the classics, Absolute Resonance. But, yeah, it wasn't classic this week.
Before we get into that, first we're going to talk about next week's episode so you guys know. We're going to be doing Damn Reincarnation, 350 to 400. They finally caught up.
Feels like it's been a minute.
It has been a long time. I read like the first 5 chapters, guys. It's spicy. Alright, it's spicy. I like it. It's going somewhere crazy, so I'm excited for that. But I'll also be on Timescape. It's close to 510.
No, I looked at it the other day. I was like, he's gonna mention that.
Bro, I've been tracking it like every 3-4 days. Even though I know they do 2 chapters a day, every like 3 days I'm there like almost 510. I'm like an addict, bro. I can't wait for 510. Even though I think after Damn Reincarnation, we probably should do like 9-star.
Oh yeah, because that or keyboard, because keyboard's at 100.
No, keyboard's only like at 50. Or am I messing up entirely?
We stopped at 1900, right? It's at 2000.
Nah, no way.
Right?
Let me see. We have 49 is what I'm saying here.
For keyboard?
Yeah.
Oh, did my thing might not just updated and I just looked at the chapters.
Yeah, I think you might have you know what it is? That they're at, we stopped at like 1950 something. So I hear I have 1958.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the last thing that happened?
The last thing that happened for keyboard was Zuan fought the Earth Immortal like secret.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you know what it is?
Yeah.
So
It was so trash you forgot.
when I read it on my phone,
Yeah.
it doesn't update on my computer.
You don't have the same account?
No, I do, but for some reason it doesn't say like I read it on my computer. But
That's
when
so
I do it on
weird.
my computer, it doesn't say updated on my phone.
So you see what happens for me, I think I think mine does the same thing. But like from my iPad to my phone, it doesn't like coordinate. But if I like go, but that's only like on the surface. Like if I actually click on the book, it will go to the most updated one.
Oh.
I think.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it doesn't say like I read it.
Actually, no, never mind. I think you're right. I think they just don't update to each other, even though it has the same account. Because I think like your phone is locked in on something, your iPad's locked in on another.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that took me out. That's why I was like, oh, we should read keyboard. But then now you're right. If that was the last thing that happened, then we got way too much time.
Yeah, they got he killed that guy. He fought the Dragon King, or he fought the dragon. He met the Dragon King like through the little vision.
They made him the regent.
They made him the regent for sure. And then like he went to Zhao Zhao. I don't remember her name. If that's her name. The doctor girl.
Yeah. G Zhao.
Yeah. She showed up, or she's in the mountain like picking stuff again, like in chapter like 2, just like a reference back then, and he's gonna go save her. I'm assuming because something's gonna happen to her. And that's where we left off right there.
So yeah, we'll look at it. It'll probably be like 9 stars.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm like so cracked out on Beyond the Timescape. Like that's all I want to read.
Yeah, it's tough.
Let's see. We have obviously Damn Reincarnation, and then 9 starts already 124. So probably
That's
after.
a lot.
Yeah. So after Damn Reincarnation, probably 9-star, and then probably Beyond the Timescape, and then maybe keyboard again. We'll see.
Okay.
Yep. Sounds good though. But next week, Absolute Resonance chapter. I'll do this again. Next week, Damn Reincarnation.
I saw the confidence on your face.
You know what was the worst part? When I was saying it, I was like, don't repeat what you did last time. And I did it again. Alright, next week, Damn Reincarnation, chapters 350 to 400.
Yes.
Alright. But for now, we're doing Absolute Resonance. And,
start us off.
okay, it's like chapters like 10, I believe, because we just crossed the 1,000 mark. So 1010 to like 1085, something like that. And I wanted to say I was going to get on here and trash this. Because by no stretch of the imagination was this a good 75 chapters. Okay, I'm going to say that. But I think
our expectations were pretty high.
my eyes were like tinted in a certain way because of Beyond the Timescape.
That's true too.
Like I was like expecting, I can't like expect Beyond the Timescape like gruesomeness, decisiveness, like killing mentality, all that in Li Luo, cause like that's just like that's not him. So I can't expect that of him. And I was putting like Zhu King's like what Zhu King does. I was like Li Luo. do the same thing. And I'm like, I can't do that. But so I took that back. It still wasn't good.
But there's still some very, like, a lot of critiques we have for this.
Yeah.
Because the first part of the spiritual cave was pretty good. And then...
Yeah, well, you mean like before, like last time we talked about it.
Before they went through the wall, not the wall, like it said, the fog or the...
Yeah, some sort of... I think it was just, it was like a seal into the deeper...
Yeah,
seal,
that's what
yeah. And so it was like... that first part was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And like... I thought they were going to hit it off with a bang, and in some sort of way they did, but like...
They did at first, because I thought it was cool that we finally met Lou Kinger.
Oh yeah, we finally met Lou Kinger.
Yeah, because they hinted at it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, the Golden Dragon Bang, and it's a girl that old friend. I was like, who else could it be?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like let's start there actually. Lou Kinger, she shows up. We help her get a God Lotus.
It's a
Frost God Lotus, something like that.
It's like an Ice God Lotus.
Yeah, Ice God Lotus. It's gonna be like super power up for her. I'm assuming she's gonna get like a 9th grade resonance or something on this.
Yeah, because last time we saw her, she just upgraded to lower 8th.
Yeah, lower 8th. And in the process, Lilo almost one-shots a lesser resonance person.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, so we find out that Lou Kinger has a bigger background than Lee Luo.
Oh yeah, way bigger.
So the Golden Dragon Bang.
Oh, not way bigger. I'm gonna take that back. But like,
it's like if he's like A, she's like S.
You think so?
Yeah, the way they've been hyping up the Golden Dragon Bank Mountain, they're like, oh, she has the last name Lou, and they're just like, oh, we can't mess with her.
Alright, you know what? I'll give the Golden Dragon Mountain an S.
Yeah, because all the Heavenly Emperor lineages, they show respect to.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's hard. That's a hard thing to do. And that one guy put it. I forget which person said this, but like, do you think they can have all that money without the proper strength?
No, I definitely think they're like at the same level of strength. That's why I almost wanted to give it pause, because I'm like, there's no way like the top tier forces of the bank are stronger than the Heavenly Emperors, but I think like their pockets and their like ability to like raise like warriors and cultivators is probably way higher. So I think they probably are.
I think because I feel like they've been around for
forever.
Yeah, I think almost. I don't think they said this, but I feel like they've at least. They're probably second to the colleges, because colleges have been around the longest.
Yeah, it says like ancient times.
Yeah. So
definitely second to them and the Reverse Origin Institute. Was that how it's?
Yeah, Reverse Origin Institute.
Yeah, definitely.
So their big background. She's like the what's it called? Direct descendant of like the big family.
Yeah. Her
dad's a big shot. I think he's a patriarch. That's what it is.
No, we haven't seen that.
That's what they said. They said no. They did say that.
About her, Lou Kinger?
Yeah, her dad's the patriarch because the guy that was protecting her, that turned traitor, his father is just a grand elder, and she said, "Your father can't go against my father's who's the patriarch."
I feel like maybe if they said that, but I don't think he's like, because I think the system of the bank doesn't work like that, like a patriarch figure.
No, but I think like
a bank.
But I think like that's within the family, not for the
bank. Okay, so you think that grand elder guy is like her uncle? Is what you're saying?
No. I think like it could be.
Because the thing that how I thought of it is like obviously there's a whole bunch of branches, right? And then there's the Golden Dragon headquarters, which is like technically the headquarters. But then like the Golden Dragon Mountain is like the actual headquarters. It's like the secret headquarters of like where like the real power's at. Like the headquarters is like controls the districts, but like
the mountain is like the family that controls the headquarters.
Yeah. So I just thought like that they've told us that he is from the mountain and he has a good position on the mountain, but I didn't know they told us where in the mountain he was.
No. His father's a grand elder.
No, I know that guy's a grand elder.
Oh, but
he's a grand elder of the bank though.
Yeah.
He's of the headquarters bank. He's the grand elder, so he's the biggest guy.
Oh no!
The
yeah, for the bank, but her father is like the patriarch of the family.
Okay, patriarch of the family, but we don't know where he is in terms of the bank. Is what you're saying?
Well, I think the bank part doesn't really matter.
Why?
Because she said like your father's background isn't enough to go against my father.
Well, I feel like the bank is what makes it like is what sets up the hierarchy. You know what I mean?
No. I think the family sets up the bank hierarchy, not the bank hierarchy for the family.
Well, no, I mean like not like within their family specific. I'm talking about like in general.
Oh, like since he's a grand elder of like the bank, kind of like if he was like a. Oh, I guess I'm thinking of it as like a. The family's like the board.
Yeah.
And he's like a executive.
Yeah. I was thinking like something like that. Yeah.
So, but I still think like her father would probably just be the chairman.
I think I understand what you're saying, but I think it's like confusing because he could be the patriarch of like in sense for that family, but then like that doesn't make sense if the grand elder is not like part of the family, you know? Or do you just think is what you're saying is that the Golden Dragon Mountain is just like one big family?
I think it's.
Or like a couple big families.
It's probably one big family because they've probably had a lot of people.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking because they've probably had people just marry in a lot.
Okay, so now I'm understanding this because when I asked, that's why I asked like, do you think he's like her uncle because like family member? But now I.
You're thinking like grand elder is just like she's not like related.
Yeah,
he just has a position.
But you're thinking like he might be like 6 generations out, but they all have like some kind of lineage.
Yeah, I'm thinking like they are related in bloodline. She might not be like a first cousin.
Okay.
But they could be. It's kind of like the.
It's like the Heavenly Emperor.
Yeah, because they have like 2 lineages that aren't near the direct lineage.
I understand you now. Okay.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Yeah. But yeah, so we find that out. So she's goaded. We know she's set up for life.
Yeah, and this Ice Lotus is supposed to help her become stronger, and then also have her have more compatibility towards the. Apparently, there's a sacred seed.
Mm-hmm. The sacred seed, yeah.
Which is some sort of secret for Heavenly Emperor lineages that they haven't really told us about.
Yeah. They basically kind of told us it's like, I don't know if it seems like karmic luck almost. Like it's like accumulation of like.
Either that or like, it's just like for like chosen type.
I don't feel like, because it made it seem like more it was like a family heirloom because of their like greatness. Like because they have a Heavenly Emperor.
Oh yeah, because they did say like it's like a foundation.
Yeah. So I don't think it's like children are born with like the seed. What's it called? The sacred seed, right?
Sacred seed, yeah.
I think it's more like because they have a Heavenly Emperor, like they have like good karma. And they don't really talk about karma in this book, but something along those lines.
Yeah, like, so they have like a nurture. They have like a sacred seed that's like nurturing.
Yeah.
That doesn't like give to like one of their descendants.
Yeah. Like maybe they have like some sort of sacred tree.
Yeah.
Every like 10,000 years it grows a seed.
Yeah. So but yeah, essentially we go into the second part.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Hinger's bodyguard betrays her because he's like he doesn't want her to get the Lotus because obviously there's always gonna be internal fighting in big families.
Yep.
She gets help from Li Luo. He almost one-shots him. Yeah. He gets away. Then they help her get the Lotus, and then she gives him. Oh, she gives him some of the aura that.
Some of the aura, but yeah.
And then they go together with their lineages. The Heavenly Emperor Li, Golden Dragon Mountain.
Yeah.
Like what was left on Luke Hinger's side.
Yeah.
And then they. Where they go after?
They met. What's the Li Langjin or Lu Langjin?
Li Langjin. Yeah,
Li Langjin. We met her. She was about to kill everybody because they were like, "You let Li Luo go on by himself?"
Yeah, because no one. He went to go help them, and they were like, he asked like, "You want to go come help me?" And he was like, what's his name?
Li Wanlo or something.
Yeah, the Dragon Blood lineage leader was like, "Nah, you go do it." Or he's like, "I'm not gonna do that. You shouldn't either. No. But if you want to, sure."
Yeah.
If you die, not my fault.
Whatever, that all happened. They got all the treasures in there. They didn't really go over it because it wasn't substantial treasure. It must have just been like keystones or whatever, a bunch of like cool but ordinary stuff.
And then after this, they go to
the inner chamber.
Yes, and then that's where they get their arts. Was that before? No, yeah. That's where they get.
Well, we already did the arts last time.
The pearl art?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Okay, that happened before all this happened.
So we go into the inner chamber. All the like treasure chambers have been like people ran through them. They ransacked them. They got all the treasures. So now all that is left is the inner area. And so we're going in, and we see out in the way we see a big tree with what are they called? The origin essence fruits.
Yeah, it's origin. I don't know if it's essence, but it's like origin. Oh, origin enlightenment fruits.
Origin. I feel like there was 2 different types though. Because there was like the enlightenment fruit, but then there was also the one that gave you like an extra resonance.
I don't.
You know, I think you might be right. Origin enlightenment fruits, yeah.
No. There wasn't any. I don't think there was any that could give you extra resonance.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying there could be. I don't know if there was.
I think there was in the fruits. Those were the fruits, but then we saw that monkey guy take them and like take them to his chamber, and he made them into the enlightenment fruits. Yeah, because he can like process them.
Yeah, and so
all the squads go and they're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, so they're going to the tree, and then these what are they, condors or they're birds, start attacking everybody.
That way, right before that though.
Oh no, they were fighting. Actually.
Yeah, right before that, all the squads got together, and we had Heavenly Emperor Zhao, Heavenly Emperor Qi, and then the Golden Dragon Bank, who was with the Grand Elder side. All 3 of them got together, and they were like,
and the Devil Hall, the Fire Hall.
Yeah, they're subsidiaries like
them. Yeah.
So yeah, they all get together, and then on the side is like, what's the Heavenly Emperor? Which one's the one that's
Heavenly? Just Heavenly Emperor Lee,
Zhu, there it is.
Zhu doesn't help.
Yeah, so Heavenly Emperor Zhu's on the side. The Sage College's people are on the side.
Yeah, they say neutral, and then it's just Golden Dragon Bank with Liu Kinger, and then Heavenly Emperor Lee, and then they fight. They each take
one each. Yeah.
Or no, but does one person take 2?
So.
Oh no, the 2 of them.
Li Langdon takes on 2.
Yeah.
And then the Golden Dragon Bank girl, who's like the lead for her, she's like a lesser resonance. So she fights one of the other lesser resonances. Liu Kinger fights that Qi girl.
Yeah.
Was Qi Yi?
No, is it Ken? Ken Yu?
Oh, it might be Ken Yu.
Yeah.
She fights Ken Yu, and then Li Luo fights the head of the Heavenly Emperor Zhao.
No, he fights the Devil Hall first.
First he fights the Devil Hall, yeah.
And so they're fighting, and Li Luo's like, alright, let me just get it over with right away.
Yeah.
And so he pulls out his,
Dragon Fang.
Well, no, he does the black dragon flag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He uses it as a
cover.
And then he summons both his Dragon Fang sword intense.
Yeah.
And one-shots him.
We gotta preface this, though, because this is where my my dislike for these like 30 next chapters starts. Every single one of these fights, Li Luo is using the 3-tailed beast power. Every single fight. And it just makes it so like he's gonna win. Like, it's not really like, it's not a surprise. Like, I feel like when a character fights somebody at their level, because obviously the character in all these novels is like really strong, right? So they're all gonna be stronger than people at their level. So like most of the cool things is either like when they get to a new level, it's fun to see them stomp people near their level, like at their level, because then it's like it just shows their strength, right? Like if they fight like 5 people at the 3 pearl stage and he's a 3 pearl stage, he's gonna wipe all 5 of them. That's like really cool to see as soon as he hits 3 pearl. But if he just continuously fights 3 pearls people, we're gonna get bored. Because we know he can beat 3 pearl people. Like, that's just, like, already a given. And so I feel like it kind of, that's how it felt with the wolf power. Because it kept bringing him on par to, like, the lesser resonance stage. Because that's, like, the seal on the cave. And so it brought him up to the lesser resonance stage. And then he was just, like, one-shotting these people. And it's like, there's no suspense. We knew this was going to happen. And the fact that he's using external aid makes it less cool.
Yeah.
And so that's how I felt, because I was thinking about it. I was like, why was I so pissed? And that was that, bro. Because like that was basically the next like 6 fights or whatever it was, and it was like basically a repeat. You know, there's only so many times you can see the same thing, and especially all the like details into these fights and this and that. At the end of the day, he really just used his Dragon Finger and killed all of them. Like it was on repeat, the same thing, bro. Like,
the Dragon Finger.
Yeah, it was like, come on. He did unlock his second Dragon Finger, though. He did.
Wasn't it the 3rd?
No, his second.
I thought he had 2 already.
He has the water one, and then he got the wood one. He doesn't get the third one until literally the very last chapter we read.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I did confuse that.
Yeah. So he gets his second dragon sword. He kills the devil firehawk guy, and then the birds. There's like these condors.
Oh, and they skimmed over that. That's right. That's why people were pissed about that.
That what?
When he formed the wood one, everyone was like, "Oh, so he just
Yeah.
formed it out of nowhere."
He formed it off like
Off chapter,
Yeah,
off off screen.
yeah, off screen. Yeah,
And
yeah.
everyone was just like, "Oh, so he just
Yeah,
had it and just
yeah.
waited there. We just didn't know."
I was surprised too. I was like, we didn't hear about that.
Yeah, and people were pissed.
Like he did. The author didn't even give like a little note about it. He's
No.
just like, here it's formed. I was a little like, come on. Yeah, he kills that guy, and then we get the Heavenly Emperor Zhao bloodline. He is running away, and these condors show up. Like these, basically like winged snakes is how you can think of them.
Yeah.
They start showing up. They're like at the pearl stage, and they're attacking everybody in drones. It's like tens, maybe hundreds of them. They show up, and all the squads are like, "Oh, we gotta like group up to fight against like the external enemy. We can't fight within ourselves right now." And then Lilo was like, "I got a job to finish." This is the one I actually liked.
He was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah, he used his arrow. He uses his bow.
Yeah, the 3 violet.
3-eyed violet treasure. And he hit, what's that guy's name? Zhao Shengjing?
Yeah, I think so.
And he's the leader of Heavenly Emperor Zhao. I think he's at the lesser resonant stage.
Mm-hmm.
And he almost one-shot him.
Yeah, put him all the way down to 1 HP.
I thought he was going to get away.
Me too.
So I was like, this book will do that. Because I was on the big like...
Big hater, yeah.
Yeah, I was big hated, bro.
Man, this shitty ass book. They're probably gonna let his ass
Yeah,
go
exactly what I said. I was like, exactly what I was.
But they redeemed themselves because Li Lingjing comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
And she's like, she beheads the shit out of him. She's like,
Well, I thought he didn't behead him. I thought
she blew his head
yeah,
off.
he blew his head like open like a water.
Yeah, and she did it while being attacked. Like the 2 other like vice leaders, they attacked her and they're like, "Oh, she's not gonna. She has to dodge now."
Yeah.
She tanks it.
Yep.
She eats the hits, blows his head up, and then escapes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she is ruthless.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I was like, that's what I want.
That's redemption. Right
Yeah. And so then that was a huge shock because Heavenly Emperor Shao was like basically a non-competitor because their peak power isn't close to anybody else's now.
Well, yeah, because now they lost their number 1.
Yeah. And their next closest person was like a 7 pro.
And like Lilo could kill him.
Yeah, Lilo could beat a 7 pro. At this point, I think he normally could fight a 7 pro. At this point. Yeah. So
everyone had an edge over them.
Yeah. So Heavenly Emperor Shao was kind of like thrown to the side. And we actually, the condors, after that, they just leave. They go back to the tree. After we find this monkey guy collects the fruits, we go in, and like there's like a hut, right? Mm-hmm. And the monkey only lets people with like identifications in.
Yeah, they're like, "What's that?"
Yeah.
And no one knows. Yeah. And so he's like, "If you don't have proper identification, you can't come in." So he's about to leave, and then Kinyu comes out. She's like, "Wait, is this enough?" And he's like, "Come on, right in."
Yeah, come on in.
And everyone's pissed. Yeah. They're just like, "What?" She's like, "Don't worry. If I get enough, maybe I'll even share it with y'all."
Yeah.
And then they're about to go in, and Lilo's like, "Wait, shake my hand."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?
Yeah,
shake my hand?"
I was like, "This monkey's about to blow you up."
Because obviously he has the
Sacred Flame one.
Yes, the Sacred Flame, which they've been alluding it to the whole time, that what's the name of the Sacred Void sect?
Yeah, the Sacred Void sect.
You know, they practice the Sacred Flame. That's like an inheritance for them.
Yep.
So he clearly is technically a disciple of the Sacred Void sect.
Yep. He
shakes the gorilla's hand. He activates the flame. He's like, "Welcome, envoy."
Yeah.
So he has more authority. He comes in too. So they both go in, and there's like two buildings.
Yeah, there's like a side hall in the main hall.
Yeah, that's what it is. And he tells Kinyu, he's like, you can go in the side hall. Like, there's some decent stuff in there for you. But the main hall, you don't have enough authority.
Yeah.
And then he takes Lilo. He's like, "Come on, boy, let's go to the main hall."
Yeah.
She was like, "What? How did she get it going?"
Yeah.
And then this is where we find out. Of course, this medicine exists.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really fun. When I read this, I was like, "Oh, this is how this is gonna happen."
Yeah.
We find out that the Sacred Void Sect was working on a divine medicine that could immediately upgrade your residence to a 9th grade.
Did they say from 8th to 9th? Or
Yeah.
Was it, okay.
They weren't just saying like 1 to 9.
Oh,
That'd be
okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
They were saying 8 to 9, but it wasn't finished.
Yeah.
Which was like the caveat back. So we're just like, so Lilo, when he heard that, he was like, yes! And then he was like, but it's not finished. It doesn't work. And if you do consume it now,
You'll
it's
die.
poisonous. He was like, what the fuck?
That was so funny.
But then they gave another tip, but he was like, it needs, I don't know if he said sacred energy. He said it was missing like an ingredient.
Yeah.
He's like, it's so close.
It needs like pure resonance power or something like that.
And that's when Luo thought, what about the tree? I don't know actually what the real name is called.
They're called like resonance trees. I know they're called resonance trees, but they might have a cooler name. Than that.
Yeah, for the actual tree that they get a sapling from.
Yeah.
So Lilo was like, oh, maybe that'll work. So he asked the girl, he's like, can I take it away? Because it is. Let me just.
Yeah.
He's like, sure, because he's like, I'll figure it out. I got you.
Yeah.
I might know how to do it.
And since he's a sacred envoy, the gorilla's like, all right, you can take it.
Yeah, and then he gives them all a bunch of other.
Everything else is in there.
Yeah, even the orange and lemon fruits to him, to the ape, there was like, that's trash. But
Yeah.
to Lilo's like, that's money.
Yeah. So he took all of them, and he took like.
He's like, hella fruits. Man.
Yeah, I'll have a bunch of fruits that like help him create like seals or something, right? Well, just like cool items. So we can talk about what they do after. He gathers everything. He goes outside, and the looming threat that we have been like has been hinted at this whole arc, like the Spirit Resonance Cave arc.
Yeah, because the true devils that snuck in.
Yeah, so we knew there was 2 that came in.
Yeah, so they killed one already.
Yeah.
But then obviously there's another one because when they enter the seal, there's 3 spots that had seals or 3 platforms. One of them got massacred by the other true devil.
Yeah.
So he went in there, and he came in with a blood red sea, and well, Liluo and Kin, you find out. They see it, and the girl's like, you can stay in here, you can't come in.
Yeah.
If you leave, got nothing for you.
I do got to say, I'll say this at the end, actually, after this fight. So they go out to fight this True Devil, because I have a big grievance with it. But they go out to fight the True Devil. The True Devil is at Duke stage.
Well, he's a greater resonance first.
Is he?
Yeah, first.
First, okay.
So that's why I was like, I was about to be a big fight.
Yeah.
Because he's already a true devil, and he's a greater resonance. He should be pretty suppressed.
Yeah.
So they should be able to get him.
But the cave wasn't working on him. It wasn't suppressing him all the way, because it's supposed to suppress him to the resonance stage.
Yeah, he was able to kind of hide it.
Yeah.
And so they were fighting. They fought a fake Li Lingjing, and then they met up with some others.
Yeah.
And then right when they all meet up, they see the true devil, and then he just goes to Duke stage. And we're just like, what? What's going on?
Another horrible fight. Another ass fight. I didn't want to see it. This is a bunch of bullshit, alright? Like, this. I don't even want to talk about it, honestly. Like, Lilo, they all get captured. Yada yada yada. He escapes. He powers up. 3-tailed ability. He wins.
That is actually, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
No.
You know what I hated, bro? When they were captured, and they were like, what was it? They were all captured, but then only 4 of them, Li Luo, Ken Yu, Li Lingjing, and who's Lu Kinger, all got out, and then all the other 3 were protecting him from powering up, and he powers up and he comes back, and they describe him like so muscular and this is. I'm like, shut up. He's not shit, alright? They're giving him all these because they're trying to make him like the hero. And I feel like, I don't know about you, but I feel like they did that too many times within these 70 chapters. Like, it was like everything he did was like at the last second.
He did do a lot of last seconds.
I think a couple times it's really cool, but every time was like, this is the thing, right? When the author does it, he has to set it up, right?
Yeah.
He has to set up so that we know he's coming at the last second. That setup is so boring. If I'm seeing it for the third time, and I'm seeing another full chapter of setup to see Lilo coming at the end, when I know he's gonna do it. Like, I think that's what, like, when I know something's gonna happen, and like it's very clear that it's gonna happen, like all the extra stuff on the way to it happening, I think like really irritates me. Because it's like, what's the point of this? There's no point. Skip it. He shows up at the last second, 3 people already died. Boom, he wins. That's it. Don't tell me about it. I don't know, bro. It really irks me. It really irks me. I'm not saying I don't like it, because I do like it. But I can't see it on repeat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The same arc.
Yeah, it's the same arc. Multiple times.
Yeah, so pretty much we were talking about it earlier when we read through the fight.
Yeah.
That it didn't make sense for him to be a Duke.
Yeah.
Because like they've been hyping up the Duke stage for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like the one thing I like that this author had done, especially in previous novels, was like the like higher tier stages felt really strong. Well, maybe a little too strong.
True.
Because every time Dragon Prince Yoda is like,
yeah,
a million law domains can't fight a saint. And it's like, at some point the numbers kind of matter, right? I was like, a million?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot.
A little bit of exaggeration.
Yeah, like, I like that saint stage is strong. I like that the Duke stage is strong. But at some point it's like, is it that fundamental change?
Yeah.
But that's why I was like, so when they made him a Duke, I was like, I don't like that because you can't fight a Duke.
You literally can't.
I don't like that's like the whole point. Like if they can fight a Duke at Greater Heavenly Resonance, that's gonna like make Duke look so much worse. And they couldn't, obviously.
Yeah.
But that's part of why the fight was boring because they were just making him fight his teammates.
Yeah.
And then he would just use the
3-cell beast power.
No, he used the wings to just run around.
Oh, yeah.
While he's being chased, and then Luke Kinger froze the blood sea that was covering his...
his, like, presence.
Yeah, so the suppression could work.
Yeah.
And then he dropped from Duke.
The Greater Heavenly.
Yeah, and that's when Lilo was able to use the...
And also with the Sacred Flame like, artifact, I think that was the reason he was able to cover his aura.
Yeah, so he wouldn't be suppressed.
Yeah.
He could kill him.
So then they were both Greater Heavenly Resonance, and what do you know? He uses his Dragon Fang Myriad sword art to kill him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's cool art, but...
It is cool art. Well, I don't know. You can't use it every time. It's like, you know what it is? Battle Through the Heavens. Tell me no the first time we saw that epic Lotus.
The Flame Lotus?
The Flame Lotus, the first time we saw it.
Yeah.
And when he destroyed, like, that school and the, like, that other peak power guy who was, like, a Du Huang or whatever they called those realms back then. And he, like, unleashed that Lotus and it, like, obliterated everything. And it was, like, literally the coolest thing he'd ever done. But then he did it 10 times. And he ended every fight with the super cool Lotus. And I was like, you're lucky you're my first light novel. I think it was one of my, like, the first 3 light novels I ever read. So.
Yeah, because that was the one I told you. I was like, you should read Battle Through the Heavens.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But that Lotus finisher, like, you can't finish every time the same way. You know what I mean? And, like, that's kind of how it felt.
You became the Flame Lotus offering.
Yeah. That was his thing, bro. And I understand, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think sometimes it's like you can have... Sometimes with finishing abilities, it's like... If you just use them the same way, it gets very stale. But, like, if you find, like, cool new ways to use them, then, like, it can feel different. That's why sometimes the Lotuses didn't feel horrible, because you would add, like, new energy into it or something. Well, you know, stuff like that. But, yeah, so we win the Duke battle. And we think all's good and dandy. We're finally done. Also, a quick caveat here. Where are the Heavenly Emperor families that are guarding the Spirit Resonance Cave? Where are there's a Duke stage True Devil in here that can literally wipe out everybody in here. He only wiped out 1/3 of the people. And this is my other gripe. Oh my god, I'm actually more pissed than I thought. I feel like I've been ranting all day. Bro, they killed 1/3 of the members, but nobody important died. You saw that?
Yeah, nobody important.
I was like, Because I thought maybe the fat Heavenly Emperor bloodline,
It was Jew.
they weren't really seen at all. I was like, maybe they died, you know?
No, they were just in the background.
Yeah, they were just I was like, nobody important died, but you killed a third of the members? Why didn't nobody go to the other part of the cave? They would have got free rewards. I was like, that was so horseshit, bro. Well, right? You agree?
Yeah.
Somebody has to die.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, they didn't let anyone.
They talk so
Not
much.
even those, Did they even kill, like, the traders from the Golden Dragon Bank guys?
No.
Yeah, that's why I was like, those guys didn't even die.
And I think, also, a thing that, this is just me, I don't know if you feel like this, tell me if you agree or not. When they tell me about a bunch of people dying with no numbers, I can't imagine it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, at the beginning, they did say, like, I think when they were grouping up to go to the gorilla, I think they said there was thousands of them, right? Mm-hmm. But then...
They didn't make it sound like that many people.
Not many people. But then when the True Devil's there, they were like, oh, he's already started massacring everybody. I'm like, what's everybody mean? Like, has it, like, 10% of your force been wiped out? Or, like, 80% of your force been wiped out? If you say there's 1,000 of you and 700 died, now I understand the gruesomeness of the situation. But if you just say everybody's dying, I don't know what that means. And that really irks me, bro, because I don't... It like takes it away from me because he's probably trying to describe like such a slaughter, but without the numbers, it's not. It doesn't do it for me. You know, like a perfect example is Goblin Slayer. When he goes into a goblin cave, and he goes every time he kills a goblin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You feel those deaths.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you need to count them one by one, but like, give me some rough ballpark numbers. God, you gotta do something. The descriptions aren't there. You know what I mean? Like Zoo King, last week, he was fighting like 70 of these people. We knew the number. He was killing them. We were getting like every maybe half a chapter. We get how many people he's killed.
Yeah.
And then finally by the end, there's just 8 left. They're running for their lives.
And you're just like, oh shit, he went crazy.
Yeah, like we could understand the slaughter that he just insinuated. Here, I don't know what the True Devil really did. Because at the end of the day, everybody important is still alive.
Yeah,
so in my mind, like, he didn't really kill anybody.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a really easy way to say he killed so many people without actually telling us anybody he killed or killing anybody important. So it makes it not as important that he killed people. So, those are my massive gripes. I think that's it for now. After the rest of it is like, I don't really have any problem with it.
The rest of it was pretty basic.
No, the next part was really cool. I'll say that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. This is... I was talking about after the cave.
After the cave, yeah.
But the next part...
Yeah.
So True Devil is dead. Actually, it almost got away.
Yeah.
But Ling Jing came out. She was like, he's not fully dead. And I was just like, you know, Arthur, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, luckily... The Zhao guy didn't die, so I felt confidence. I was like, you know what, Li Lingjin, we trust her.
Yeah.
She got him.
Yep.
And she put him in a bottle.
Some sort of container.
Yep. And she was like...
Something that she did with True Devil number 2.
Yep.
Because she is technically True Devil number 3.
Mm-hmm. So, they, she put her in a bottle. Mm-hmm. And Lilo was like, alright, let me destroy it. And she was like, well, I should keep it. And he was like, no, we're destroying it.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're kind of arguing about it. And then all of a sudden, dun 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 dun, freezes. Nobody can move. And all of a sudden, we just, what did it come out of? Oh, it came out of the True Devil.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, something just sprouts out of the True Devil,
mm-hmm.
and it is the one and only Spiritual Eye King.
Yes. He is a Reverse Origin Institute King.
Yes.
Powerhouse.
Somehow, Arthur pulled out of his ass, a king can all of a sudden just enter the sacred void sect.
And nobody else from around there could even notice it. Yeah. Well, they noticed it once he was already there. So kind of pointless because the king can kill people under the Deuce state in like literally seconds.
Yeah, so apparently like the reason why kings are supreme is because they can like force, they're like controllers of heaven and earth energy, so like dukes can't mobilize energy under like a king domain.
So basically, that king, if it wasn't for the special plaque, so the king guy shows up and he's like, Li Lingjing, come with me.
Yeah.
You'll become my greatest creation, and she's like, I don't want to come with you. I'm with Liluo. And then she kind of goes back and forth with it. And he's like, if you don't come, I'm gonna kill Liluo. And she's like, and he was like, also, you know, you want that thirst for power. You want it. You need it. And she kind of finally succumbs. And honestly, it kind of made it seem like she wanted to all along. We find out.
No, yeah, she did.
She did. And she's like leaving, and I feel like I'm forgetting something that happened here.
No, so what happened? So, everything's obviously frozen. So he can't hear what's happening. Liluo, like he can't. He can, only,
that's
he
right.
can only see. Like he doesn't have any other feeling. And so he is telling her, or Spiritual Eye King's telling her, like, you can't thrive with the Dragon Fang lineage, because as long as you have that part of the other that you purposely kept hidden away, you'll always be on guard, so you can't go over there. So he convinced her to go back with her, because obviously he also threatens Liluo. She's like, alright, now I'm going to kill you one day, though. So she goes with them. But
that was cool, though, because she was like, I'm going to kill you one day, and he was like, I would love for you to kill me.
Yeah. But obviously, remember, the purpose of the reverse origin is to complete a fusion between man and other. She's like the closest there.
Yeah.
But then he was like, fuck it.
That went through my head. That went right over my head.
What?
That's why he liked her so much.
Yeah.
That went over my head.
Oh my, what? That went over your head?
Because you know what it was? I thought like he had his own special like experiment. Separate from the reverse origin that he was doing.
No, that's part of it.
That makes way more sense.
But then he was about to go back on his word. He was like, fuck it, I'm killing them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when he was about to kill him,
the plaque.
Heavenly Lead plaque.
Ancient Emperor Writ.
Ancient Emperor Writ, yeah.
Yeah, Ancient Emperor Writ.
It felt as a killing intent, and so it activated, so it was just like, if you pull anything, I'm going to come after you right now.
Like, I will come and kill you.
Oh, actually, right before that, when
Li Lingjun is leaving.
Yeah, Liluo, he uses the golden
elephant.
Yeah, the elephant. What was it? Onyx elephant.
Yeah, onyx elephant.
Elephant blade. He uses the king mark to try to attack the Spiritual Eye King, and he hits him in the eye.
Yeah, he actually destroys one of his eyes.
Yeah,
which will probably be important later on somehow.
Maybe, but yeah,
his name is Spirit Eye King, so eyes must be important.
Yeah, of course, people in the comments were kind of mad about that too.
What?
About the writ, because they're just like, why didn't that work earlier?
Why?
The writ? Like, why was it not protecting them earlier?
Well, like where? Like where did they...
Like when the king was just like there.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
It was like only when he was like about to kill him. Oh, it looked like he was about to kill him earlier.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's like when he puts killing into on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, yeah.
I'll give that a pass.
Yeah.
You know? It's not just gonna show up every single time.
Yeah. And so then they left, and then obviously the spiritual cave is over. They when they come out of the cave, you know how the elders are all shit talking each other. It's just like, my guy beat the shit out of your son.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll see.
Yeah, that was pretty
And everyone comes out. The Zhao lineage guy is pissed because the number one's dead.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, Liluo killed him. They're like, what?
Yeah.
You killed him? And they're like, what happened? They're like, 2 true elders came in, a duke came in, I killed him.
Yeah.
Or Liluo was like, they said Liluo killed him. They're like, what? He killed him?
And then a king showed up.
And they're like, what? A king showed up.
Yeah.
And they were like, is there a spiritual eye king? They're like, what? The spiritual eye king there.
That was funny, bro.
I was just like, yeah, y'all. No wonder they stuck in. What is this going on here?
Yeah. They were like, well, we were sitting here the whole time. And mind you, we find out all of these guys are like 8 Bergfrieds type dudes.
7, 8. And I was like, wait, 7 or 8? How did this happen?
And like, remember, there's only 9 Bergfrieds in the Duke stage, or in the Duke realm. Yeah. So like, I feel like they should have at least sent something, bro. I'm not saying they have to be able to fight a king, but like, send something. You guys have a perimeter. What's the point of your perimeter?
But yeah, so that kind of, they hear that, and then obviously they want the Zhao and Kin lineage. The Zhao they're like, we gotta investigate Liluo, and they're like, hell, no, you're not.
And the King family has the mother.
Yeah, she's obviously has a gripe. She's like, well, we should. And so they're about to make a move, and then we found out that one of Liluo's uncles, the first uncle, he has 8 Bird Freeze. I'm like, yo, his uncle's a Chad.
Yeah, he's exactly like his son.
Yeah.
Hidden strength.
I was like, that's strong. That means he's talented.
Yeah, because that's only one away from hitting the peak.
Yep.
And then people who are at 9, they're just one opportunity away from becoming a king.
Exactly. So he's strong.
Oh, also, I don't know. I don't think before this we never knew how strong those guys were. We just knew they were dukes. Saying this, like, we know for sure now, because I think we had a conversation before of if Lilo's parents are going to come back as kings or not. Like, I feel like this kind of guaranteed it.
Oh, yeah.
I think before I was thinking, I think I said they were going to come back as peak dukes. I've changed that a bit.
Yeah, because I was like, they have to be kings.
Cause I just didn't know how strong these brothers of theirs were. If they were
true.
If they were like at the 5 Bergfrieds, then like, I don't know, like.
You felt like, because it takes a long time to cultivate, so it wouldn't make sense for you.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, we don't know how long it takes for dukes to progress. Obviously, Lilo's gonna be his own separate category, but like, how if you're like really talented and you're 50, like, is like a 9-stage duke like super impressive, or like where it is?
But now it's just like.
So they're all 8, 7.
So it's like his first uncle's 8.
Yeah.
And so that means that his dad's the youngest.
Yeah.
That means, and he was stronger than all of them.
Yeah.
That means he's about to he's gonna come back as a king. And or maybe he'll come back as a transcendent duke.
Nah, I think that's what I originally said.
Oh, did you? You're bad at that.
And I think you said king. I think I'm on your side now. It has to be king. Yeah. It has to be king. There's no way at this point. We're talking dukes are so commonplace now. How we're talking about them.
It wouldn't make sense for him to come back as a duke.
Yeah.
So because also the grand entrance, like it's like, oh, his parents are back and they're kings. Like I can just see that
exactly.
Yeah. So that'll probably happen because they talked about like, oh, your father was like one of the youngest to become dukes, and they said that like in the Ja Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and then they went to the noble battlefield, and they have like clearly secret treasures from the Sacred Void sect. I mean, look at Li Luo.
Yeah.
So it's just like they probably know, and because like they were born in the Inner Divine Conduit, like they probably have knowledge too, and they're in the noble battlefield, so you always know fighting's gonna temper you.
Yeah.
So they're definitely gonna. They have all the ingredients to come back as a king.
Yeah.
And we also finally found out how the king realm works.
We did. So the Heavenly Emperor Zhao, they started stepping on Li Luo's clan, and the Li clan was like, no, we're not having this.
Yeah, but then Qin joined in.
And the king joined in.
And the numbers were kind of
skewing. Yeah, the Li clan couldn't hold them back. So then we finally get big old grandpa shows up.
Yeah, Li Jingzi, he pulled up. And he destroyed one of the... I don't think he didn't destroy, but he injured one of the Zhao guys' bird freeze.
Yeah, I think he cracked all of them. Or was it just one?
I think it was one.
Yeah, just one, yeah.
And the guy was like, what the fuck? Because, kings, there's an unwritten rule that kings aren't allowed. Like, everyone at their own level should handle it. Yeah. But he was like, I don't give a shit. No one's hurting my grandson.
And they also said that, when kings move... that's like declarations of war.
Yeah.
Dukes.
They're like
dukes.
They're like nukes.
Yeah, if dukes fight, and one of them maybe die. If they fight, okay. But if they die.
That's like a bomb.
Yeah.
If kings fight, now we're nuking countries.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how bad it gets.
So then Li Jingzhou showing up.
Jingzi
showing up and hurting that duke was crazy. So then a duke from the Zhao family showed up. And I was like, what do you think you are, bro? We can step right now. And they started...
Jesus was like, let's step there. Yeah, come on, pull up.
And then they were fighting, and we find out how they work.
Yeah, so dukes have 3 stages: single crown, dual crown, and triple crown. Yeah. And so, everyone was like, okay, so Zhao single crown, and Li Jingzi was single crown. But come to find out. Yeah, Jingzi's single crown, dual crown now.
And it was funny because the Zhao guy was like, I don't know because Li Jingzi was pushing him. He was pushing the envelope, and he was like, we could fight. And they started throwing hands. And then the Heavenly Emperor Zhao guy was like, I don't know who you think you are. I know you're trying... Because the Heavenly Emperor Zhao guy thought that Li Jingzi was doing this fight just to show that he would protect Li Luo. Yeah. And so he was like, he's not actually going to take it this far. And then he took it. Li Jingzi was taking it that far, and he was like, "Oh, you trying to step on my head?" And then Li Jingzi was like, "I'm trying to step on your head.
I'm a dual crown. I'll step on your head." Yeah. And we were just like, "Oh God!" And he was gonna step on it. And then who came?
The Heavenly Emperor Zhao.
The other, he was the dual crown that came.
And he's the leader.
Yeah, the leader of the lineage.
So we find out that all the Heavenly Emperor powers, their leaders are dual crown kings.
Yep.
And so, like, Li Jingzi becoming a dual crown king is very big because in the dragon lineage...
Yeah, the Heavenly Emperor Li...
Yeah.
Their only dual crown was the Dragon Blood Mountain Leader.
Yeah, the Mountain Ruler.
So now Ling Jingzi is also a double crown, so now his authority is going to be the same.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he obviously he'll be a little bit under the chief, like, in the grand scheme of, like, authority, but, like, nobody can tell him. Like, the chief can't be like, do this no more. He's like, I'm doing what I want.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why I'm like, that's going to be crazy, because if his parents come back as kings, like, they're gonna be stepping on heads when they come back.
Kings on kings.
Like the three of them, he's gonna pull up and be like, "Yo, Dad, me, your daughter-in-law, and I, let's go start stepping on some heads."
Yeah.
And they're gonna
pass grievances.
They're gonna go to like kid lineage and start stepping on people.
That's very true, especially if the parents come back. Even if they come back as single crown kings, which would be exceptional, like they're gonna be the best within that realm.
Yeah.
Like, if any other single crown kings come in, like, I don't think they'll just be defeating them. I think they could kill them.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, Lulu, if you find a 3-pearl right now, he's killing them.
Also, because, like, they're husband and wife, they probably have some crazy combo, tactics.
Yeah.
So it's probably, like, I imagine it would be so strong, like, a dual king wouldn't want to fight them at once.
I feel like they're gonna, when they come back, they're gonna be able to fight a dual king.
Together,
Crown king, together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they'll be able to, like, defeat them, but, like, stalemate it.
Yeah.
You know? This was really cool. This is, like, finally where we get, like, kings popped off. We're seeing kings happen, like, more often now.
Yeah. But we also, even though they appeared, we just sort of, like, kings are still rare.
Yeah, very rare.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I like that.
I like that.
Because that means there's like 4 lineages?
5.
5?
Yeah. Is it 4?
4 Heavenly Emperor or 5 Heavenly Emperor?
4 Heavenly Emperor, 5 lineages.
Yeah, so
each one.
That's only like 25 kings, because they each have like a double king, and then they all have 1 single crown.
So I think it's 5 kings per lineage. So that should be 20.
Yeah, but I thought they each had a leader that was a single crown, and then they have the leader of the entire lineage.
I don't think I thought it was just like, so for the Dragon Blood lineage, I think they just have the double crown guy. I don't think they also have a single crown guy. You know what I mean?
Oh! Okay. Yeah, then you're right, it's probably 20. So that's what I originally thought, because I was like, is that how it is? But then
I also don't think, like, personally, I think they have reserves. They have reserve kings, not just the ones, like, ruling. I don't know there's a bunch of them, but, like...
That's, that's hidden in the dark.
Yeah, they're either hidden in the dark, or they might be fighting...
Or they're part of the army.
Yeah, they're part of the army fighting, like, the others.
Yeah.
So I think probably all in total, let's say there's 4 Heavenly Emperors. All in all, I don't think there's more than, like, 1,000 kings in the universe, in the world.
In the world?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And I love that.
Yeah, because it's like, it's hard to become a king.
Yeah. Like, there's 4 Heavenly Emperors in the Heavenly Emperor families, and that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Insane. And so we get we find that out. And then, Li Jinzi's like, nobody touching my grandson. Like, I let y'all do something to my son. That ain't happening again.
Nope. And he's stronger now, so it's definitely not happening.
So they, they go there. Everybody's like, all right, let's relax. Everybody go back to your areas. And Li Jinzi talks to Li Luo. Li Luo tells him about what happens in the cave, and Li Jinzi actually tells us, he's like, I want you to know, I knew that corruption was there, but she was telling, like, I could feel that she was betting on you, so I allowed it only because she bet on you, and she bet on me being soft because she knew I would protect you. Because, like, Li Jinzi was like, this girl could be, like, the greatest barrier, or the greatest, like, protection for Li Luo. And he was right. Because she was very, like, only for Li Luo that whole time.
Yeah,
was,
and
like,
she still is.
And she still is, true. Yeah. And I think when she comes back, she might be a very key piece. Even Li Jinzi said it, like, Li Lingjing might be a very big piece of taking down the Reverse Origin Institute. Because, like, she's, like you said, she's a great experiment. Like, that's what they're trying to do, complete the Union. She keeps going up the ranks there. Let's say she becomes the king of the Reverse Origin Institute, she can take down a lot from within.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, pretty big deal. Then we get back. What happens? Fiend caves?
Yeah, so we get back,
Mm-hmm.
they do the 72 Fiend Caves.
Yeah.
Lilo, he goes, he's like, hey, let's break my dad's record.
Yeah.
He did it in...
a year and 7 months.
He's like, we're going to do it in a year and 6 months.
Yeah.
So they go back, they go and do it. They reach the final level.
Right before the final level, he cultivates, he gets some cool shit.
What's he get? Oh, yeah, so he starts using the Origin Enlightenment Fruit.
Yeah.
And they realize, like, because it's part of how they're going to step in the Duke stage, because they need to reach Origin again.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, those are two different things I got. One was, with the Origin Enlightenment Fruit, he was able to create 5, like, golden pearls that gave him, like, resonance. It was, like, lesser resonance, like, origin power, I think is what it was called.
Oh, really?
And basically, that was the power that you could only get once you become lesser resonance stage, and that helps you, like, comprehend the Duke stage.
Oh.
That's how I remember it. But he was able to form it now at the 3 pearl stage.
Oh,
and that was, like, a really big deal. And he also was able to accrue, with those 5 pearls, he's able to accrue, like, these type of, you call them, like, seals. And they, like, hold, like, extra resonant power that can boost him whenever he wants.
Oh, yeah.
And he can, like, keep creating them. And so he creates a few. And, like, also he hits, like, the 4 pearl stage within that time frame, too. And so then they fight the 72nd floor. And we got a bombshell.
So they said, whenever you reach this final stage, it's random, depending on
how quick you got there.
Yeah, so the difficulty is random.
I think the difficulty corresponds to how quickly you got there.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still like could be a random like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like.
I think if you're above a certain time, there's like a pool of bosses. Yeah.
And so I think they said that Lilo's dad fought like a dragon or something.
He fought a 4th Dukeburg free stage dragon.
Yeah.
Which dragons are obviously like the pinnacle of their ranks in all stages.
But they were expecting something similar. Lo and behold, we see
big boy,
Heavenly Emperor Lee himself.
Yeah.
His own incarnation from when he was a child.
What's his name again? Heavenly Emperor Lee Jin something.
Jun?
John. I think it was Lee Jung.
It was a simple name.
Yeah, it was Lee Jung, I think.
So he's a kid there, and
I'm gonna look it up.
All the elders are like, "What the fuck? Why is it the younger version of Heavenly Emperor Lee doing here?" And they're like, he a long time ago when he set up the cave, he threw it in here to test any strong disciples that he meets, and now they're like, Lilo's like, "What? I gotta fight you?"
Yeah, he's like, "Nah, get away from me."
Yeah.
Let's see what he is. Yeah, Lee Jung.
And he fought him. What rank was? Did he go down to Lilo's level too?
I think what they did was.
Or was he a Duke?
He was a Duke. I think he was at the 4th stage Duke, or actually they didn't really say what level of Duke he was, but he was either 4 or 5th, and basically it was like Lee Lua was at his same exact level but with harmony, and it was basically like just a fight to see who's better, and Lee Lua. I don't know if Lee Lua won.
He didn't win.
Yeah.
What was it? There's a condition.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was either he survived an attack or he got it. I think that's what it was. He survived an attack.
He used Lee Jung used his strongest attack, and he's like, if you can take this, then you'll
pass.
You'll pass.
And he did.
And he got the true dragon seed.
True dragon pill.
True dragon pill. Yep.
So the true dragon pill is like a pill that's derived from the sacred seed that allows a person to get acclimated with it to help them with getting the sacred seed in the future. But the true dragon pill allows dragonification.
Dragonification.
So now he can turn into a dragon, which is pretty sick. I didn't think you could be doing that.
Yeah, and he also, I think it's either you turn into a dragon. I want to know if it's either or, like if you get both or if you only get one. So I know one is you turn into a dragon.
Oh yeah, there's 2.
And the second part is his dragon resonance will instantly become a 9th grade resonance
for a limited time.
For a limited time.
I think it's both.
At the same time. I know that it does both.
Yeah, I think it's
but I don't know if it does both of them at the same time.
I think
it does.
I think it can.
Okay. Because he's right now where we just left off. He just uses it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was gonna see what happens, but it hasn't finished the fight yet.
Oh,
that's why I think it's either or.
I think it's either or.
Yeah.
Either that, or it's like he can use it. It's like a 2-stage system. It's like you activate Dragonification, and then the 9th.
Yeah. We're not sure yet if he can use both powers at once, but those are the 2 powers. And then we win that. He hits the 72nd floor. He beats his dad's record, and basically he says like everything he needs to do in the Heavenly Emperor Lee family is like complete for now until he like reaches the Guardians, which he can instantly do right now. But he's like, before I do that, I'm gonna go and finish my side quest.
Yep. So he gets the Sacred Lotus Heart from Li Jingzi, and then he heads over to the Academy.
On the way there, he becomes a 5 Pearl.
Yep. And he meets up with his old
mentor. What's her
mentor.
name? Mentor Chi?
Yeah.
What's her full name, though? You remember?
Chi Zhang or Chi Jing? No, it's not Chi Jing.
I'll look it up. I thought it was Chi Chung, but I feel like that was wrong.
No, it's not it. Well, we meet with Mentor Chi
Chan.
Chi Chan.
That's what it is.
We meet up with her. So, and obviously we know that the tree for the Astral College is broken. So she's there.
Back in the Zhao Kingdom.
She's there trying to get some help, and they were telling her like, she's trying to meet with the vice principal, and they're like, I mean, they don't really want to meet with her because like they deal with she's not special case. Like this has been happening to a bunch of colleges in the Outer Divine Continent. So one of the other Outer Divine Continents came up and just like, give us your quota, and what were they gonna do?
I think they'll give them like some resources.
Yeah, like half of what she was needing.
Yeah.
They're like, we need the quota.
Yeah.
So
I think so. The quota allows you to be an Astral College. Like if you don't have that like identification or something, you can't get like any resources.
Yeah, so they're trying to take theirs.
And they'd get more resources if they had.
And then Lilo pulls up, he gives one of the teachers, he's like, give this to the vice principal. Yeah. Obviously it's to have Emperor Lilo stamp, so they can't ignore it.
Yeah.
And so he's with his mentor, and then they go meet the vice principal, and we find out the vice principal has some beef.
Yeah, big beef.
With Principal Jang from the National College.
Is it that's the name?
That
was Principal Pang.
Pang.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I rhymed it. Principal Pang.
Yeah.
And of course it's over.
Yeah.
A woman.
Yep. Of course.
He lost the love battle.
Yeah. And so, but they're all kings. So he's also king, the vice principal.
Yeah,
he's
single crown.
Single crown king. Oh, we also find out that Principal Pang in the Outer Divine Continent, Lilo is like he thinks he's probably a single crown king.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I feel like it would make a lot of sense.
If he's a double crown king, there's no way he's out there.
Yeah, because if he's a double crown king, then the efforts that they put in to keep him there is even crazier than like you think.
That's true. That's very true. Like if he's a double crown king,
that means like that
the Zhao Kingdom is the key.
Yeah, that means like they brought in 2 because they never said what stages any of the 3 kings were. Like there's 2 other kings.
Where, in the Icarus River thing?
Yeah, because remember he was fighting one other king.
Who are you talking about right now?
Principal Pang.
Yeah.
And then remember he brought another king. Remember that Reverse Origin Institute guy? They had 2 kings holding Principal Pang down.
Oh, he was just a duke.
No, they were both kings.
Really?
That was the whole point. And the reason why they said that was unusual is like other kings don't intrude on other kings' territories, even for others. So that's why they were shocked, and I was like, "There's 2 other kings."
Oh yes, I remember that guy.
And so I was like, "Well, if he's a double king, that means they got two double crown other kings to come over here.
Yeah,
that is a lot.
That is a very lot.
For an Outer Divine Continent situation, so which means he has to be a single crown.
Yeah, he has to be single crown. So basically, the vice principal was like, I can't help you. I'm not. So he has beef.
He doesn't want to help you.
But he's like, I'm not gonna. I have to play by the rules. People say have favoritism. So you have to go through the competition just like everybody else. And Lilo was like, well, what's the competition? And just coincidentally, right when he shows up, they're doing the
quota. They're doing the resource competition.
Yeah.
So it's like you send your students.
Send 4 students.
The best college gets.
There's 3 different.
A certain amount of resources.
Yeah. So there's first tier you could call it, and only 2 colleges get that. And also, a side note, included in this resource competition are astral colleges from the Inner Divine Continent.
Yep.
And so, there's 2 spots for the Inner Divine Continent. Two spots for everybody for the first tier.
Yeah, usually it's the Inner Divine Continent.
Yeah. The second tier is 10 spots, and then the third tier is everybody else.
Yeah.
And then, so they start fighting out, but the way that you fight it out is that there's usually 4 members. There's somebody from each hall, first hall, second hall, third hall, and not the 4th hall. Usually they bring a titled student, which is basically a 5th year student. So Lead Duo is either, there's 2 ways to fight, group battles or like 4-on-4s. But Lead Duo is by himself, so it's 4-on-1s.
Yeah.
But then the group battles are 3 groups.
No. Group
4 teams. 4 teams.
Yeah, that's a multiple team battle, and then it's group versus group.
Yeah. So group versus group is 4 versus 4. With Lilo is 4 versus 1.
Yeah.
And then there's the group battles, which is 5 teams, and with the last 2 teams standings technically win.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't that exciting.
Yeah.
Let's just say he trucks through everyone.
Yeah, he steamrolls.
The literal last chapter is like the dragification part he talks about, where he just basically suckered everyone in. He was like, I have no trump cards left. You got me.
Yeah.
Dragification.
Yeah.
And we know he's going to slap me.
Yeah. That's where we ended up. He's going to get the first tier. Another important part was that the vice principal did make a bet with Lilo, and he was like, oh, if you, Lilo was like, how would it, if I get the first seat,
you'll double our resources.
You'll double our resources.
Which is crazy, because they already get a lot from the first seat.
And the first seat was like, alright. And we also got a little bit of an update of the Zhao Kingdom. We didn't really get much information, just same old still occurring.
Yep.
But we do keep getting talks about the Yulan guy. He married the Bai girl.
Yeah, not by Dodo.
Yeah, by Dodo. He marries her.
He doesn't marry her, becomes a girl. They just get together.
Oh, they just get together, yeah.
But they didn't want him because they felt like he was too weak.
Yeah, that's true. And he's like popping off, even though he only has a 6th grade residence.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And yeah, that's where we at right now. I will say, not my favorite, but I was gonna come on here. As much as I killed it today, I was gonna do way worse. But it still wasn't amazing by any stretch. I feel like there was a lot of fluff.
Yeah, but it's since the competition's about to end, finally gonna get her girl back.
You think so?
She should be pulling up at some point.
I hope so.
I'm just gonna say this: the next time I read this, she will be in there. I 100% guarantee it.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
And he's gonna get the Sacred Heart. She might honestly.
She's gonna pop the fuck off. She's gonna show our protagonist what a real protagonist looks like.
Facts. I think she's gonna hit the greater resonance stage when she.
She's not. Is she?
I think she's the lesser.
Oh,
I thought she had 9 pearls. Last time we heard about her.
She had 9 pearls right off the rip.
Yeah. Sure. She had 9 pearls.
And she was lesser resonance.
And then she broke into lesser resonance where she got her second 9th grade light resonance. And so that's why I think
when she gets the Sacred Heart, then yeah, she's gonna be greater resonance.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be greater heavenly resonance stage.
Oh, she's gonna go crazy.
And that's the stage right before Duke. Even though there's obviously sub stages that we don't know about.
Oh, the resonance? Yeah, we don't know.
We also found out there's the Pearl stage, the Heavenly Pearl stage. This is all part of the Heavenly General stage, which is all part of the General stage. So in this Heavenly General, or is it Heavenly Dipper stage? Or Heavenly General?
It might be General.
Alright, so Heavenly General, there's the Heavenly Pearl. You can get up to 9 pearls, but you can hit 8 pearls or even 7 and go to lesser resonance. It'll just hurt your foundation. Once you go into lesser resonance, you create an illusory seal, and then after that is a true seal. And that's as far as we know for the lesser resonance stage, and we don't really know much about
they also said
resonance stage.
They also said 9 pearls are Duke seedlings.
Yeah, they did call them Duke seedlings. Yep. And they're like very, very rare. Like most people only get 8.
Like Li Lingjing was the only 9 pearl in the entire spiritual resonance game.
Yeah, so I think they made it seem like the Duke seedlings are like people who get high in the Duke stage, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think, because I think there's probably multiple Dukes.
I don't even think it's high. I think it's just like it's just most likely. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
like they're like, oh, you're ninth Pearl? Oh, you're gonna be Duke.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. Because also, like, 8 pros can definitely become Dukes.
Yeah, they can become Dukes. It's just harder.
Yeah, harder.
You might not be as strong.
True. Billy Lewell, he's hit it every time. He's currently at a 5 pro.
So he'll be 9 Pearl soon.
He'll be 9. I think next time I read this, I think he'll break through the pro stage.
Oh, probably.
Because right now, he's going to start
Because the thing is,
ramping up.
we don't really know what's going to happen next.
To be honest, I'm a little confused. I think...
Like, what is next for the journey? Because, I mean, the Noble Battlefield, that's not until he becomes a Duke, so I don't know what they're going to do in between.
I think right now what he's going to do, he has a couple things on his list right now. He needs to give the Sacred Heart Lotus to Li Lingjing, and he needs to fix... No, sorry, Lu... What's her name?
Jane King,
Jane King, yeah. He has to give it to her, and he has to fix the Outer Divine Covenant problem. He's currently fixing...
That's happening when he becomes a Duke, though.
No, I mean, like, on the resource problem.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I mean, that's already solved.
Well,
that's about to be
solved.
It
hasn't been solved. I think he's going to solve this. I think he's going to give the Sacred Heart Lotus to Jian Qingye, and then he also needs that thing that that'll finish the elixir. So I think he's going to I think he'll do some sort of mission for the college.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And he'll get some, like, credits.
You know how hard that's going to be? It's going to be actually, yeah, because it's probably going to be, like, an impossible mission.
Yeah. And I think it might be a dual mission with Jian Qingye. And knowing them, they're going to fight it too.
Yeah. Fight it.
Yeah. Also, now that he's at the college, it's been told a bunch of times, we haven't talked about it, the Black Dragon banner art is part of
1/3 of
a Destiny Grade Duke art.
Yeah.
And so I think he'll get the other 2 in this college.
Yeah, well, probably need. I think they need credits though.
I think he'll get the first one for another one for free, and then the third one he'll get off credits.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna have a little like college arc here. That's what I think.
Nice.
And then some sort of mission to get him his elixir. He'll bump his Earth one up. I think his Dragon one is already at 7.
I'm looking.
He's chugging along, bro.
I want some knowledge because I need a little knowledge arc because I feel like we're a little lacking in the world building department.
That's true because I thought the Inner Divine Covenant was like much smaller, but they said that the Heavenly Emperor lineage is or Heavenly Emperor bloodlines is only like part of the Inner Divine Covenant, and then there's other parts everywhere else.
Yeah.
So we'll find out more. I think we'll find out more about the world here too.
I hope so.
Yeah. But yeah, that was Absolute Resonance. It wasn't trash, but it was not great.
It was like C.
Yeah, but Damn Reincarnation is already spicy, I'm telling you.
Yes.
I read 5 chapters, bro, and it is good.
Yes.
Mr. Eugene! Alright, this has been episode 51 of Lighting All Fiends. It's been Adam North.
Big Scammer.
Peace out.